Hey guys, it's Steven again, and it is the middle of July, which only can mean football's coming soon. Go Fins. But seriously, it's the middle of July, and in about 30 days from now, um, Amazon is going to hit us with their long term storage fees. Every August and February, I want to say, they hit us with anything that we've had in inventory for over 6 months and anything we've had there for over 12 months. Um, and actually, they only hit us for anything we've got multiples of. So if you've got one single item, you're not going to get charged for that, regardless of how long it's been there. It could have been there for 10 years. If it's only one item, you're not going to get charged. If you have 10 of a certain item, if you have 10 blue widgets, they're going to charge you for 9 of them. If you have one red widget, they're not going to charge you at all. If you have 3 yellow widgets, they're going to charge you for 2 yellow widgets. So your first one is free, and then they start charging you after that. And it's based on the size of the items. Um, and I want to say it's about 11 something for the 6 months per cubic foot or something to that effect. And it's double that for 12 months. And actually, that'll all change come October because they're changing their fees, but that's a different animal and it's actually going up. Um, but what I want to do here today, I want to show you real quick how to find out what you're going to be charged, what it's going to cost you, because it never fails every 6 months. When Amazon sends out their little notice, which I believe they just sent out today, um, yeah, actually you can see it right here, near the 14th long-term storage fee assessment. Um, well, there you go, 11.25 per cubic foot. But never fails. People start asking, how do I know? How much is it going to cost? What do I do next? The first thing you need to do is find out what you have in inventory. And it's not very hard. Amazon will actually tell you that. And what you do is you go here to reports. I'm in obviously Seller Central homepage. You go to reports, you click on fulfillment, and when that opens, go over to your left hand side here. Under inventory, click on show more. You're looking for inventory health, which is there. Click on that, it will take you to this page here, inventory health. Um, you want to go to the download tab, click on download, and typically you're going to request a download. I just happened to do this yesterday, so it is here. It's showing that it's here. It takes about 1 or 2 minutes to process this report. It depends on how much inventory you have, I would imagine. So instead of waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and use the one I did yesterday. But typically you would click on request download, wait for it to do its thing, and then it will give you this line that says, actually it'll pop up a yellow line up here that says it's ready to download. So basically you click on the download. It does whatever your computer does when you download things. Mine gives me this tab. I'm going to open it with a notepad. Click OK, and it gives you all this mumbo jumbo here. Now, this is going to be a pain in the neck to work with if you try to leave it in this format. So what we do is go up to edit and hit select all. We right click and hit copy. Then we go to a spreadsheet. Doesn't matter if you're using Excel, if you're using, I'm using OpenOffice, if you got a Mac, whatever it is, just whatever spreadsheet you have, open up a spreadsheet and right click and put paste. Now it will probably give you this box here, and usually whatever's already in these drop downs is correct. The only thing you want to make sure is it's separated by tab. Click OK, and there you have a nice pretty spreadsheet with all your information in columns. And it's got titles, so your date of the snapshot, the SKU, the FNSQ, ASIN product name, yada yada yada. If you scroll all the way, there is quite a bit of information here. This report can be used for multiple different tasks, but for this one we don't need to keep everything, so I'm going to get rid of a lot of it to make it easier. What I usually keep is the SKU, the ASIN, the product name, and then a couple of columns out to the right. So I'm going to delete some columns here, and if you're not an Excel aficionado, basically if you click on the top of the column, right click, and hit delete, and that makes it go away. So now what we do is we right click, or we click the top of the column, and go to your next column. Now what you want to do next, if you're not an Excel or a spreadsheet aficionado, hold down the control tab, the control key on your computer, and while you're clicking, it will allow you to click multiple boxes without the other ones going away. Typically, if we were to click here, this one would go away and this would click. So now by holding the tab, we are able to click multiple columns. And we go across and we are highlighting up to my computer wants to be temperamental. Up to right here, you'll see quantity. You probably need to open these up. Yeah, you want it to say quantity to be charged. Alright, and we're clicking here, projected. I'll go back and open these up in a second so we can see the full title. And we keep moving, and that should be projected. Alright, so then we go to right click, hit delete. You want to, if it asks you, change it to columns, click OK, and we scroll back here and you see you have a nice, pretty little bit of information that is what you need to have. Now if you open, alright, not sure what's up with my mouse. Open these up a little bit just so you can see what it says on them. You've got quantity to be charged, long-term storage fees 12 months, projected long-term storage fee 12 months, quantity to be charged, long-term storage fee 6 months, projected long-term storage fee. These are the ones you want to have. This is basically your quantity that's in there. This is what they're going to charge. Now what you want to do again, if you go to your 6 months and go to data, clicked on your top of your column, go to data and sort. Now let's change that. Let's do it different here. Undo that. We click everything, which is that top right, top left corner. You click everything, go to data, go to sort. It's going to ask you how you want to sort it. You want to sort by this quantity to be charged right here. So you're going by column F, and you are going to click on descending. That's going to give you the highest number. So you click OK, and there you see you have 5 of this item. It's going to charge you $4.90. You have 4 of this item. It's going to charge you $8.71. So obviously, since I've got less of this and a higher price, this is a larger item than this because they're charging you based on the cubic foot. So basically what you've got here is the number of items. Now you can see I don't have many um, because I like to try to keep stuff turning. Not to say I don't have a lot of stuff sitting there collecting dust, but it's just a one-off kind of item. But what I've got here is about 10 or 12 different SKUs that have multiple items. Um, so if you go to the bottom of your column here and go up and click on sum, hit enter, and it gives you this calculation. $44.61 is what they're going to charge me for my long-term storage fee for 6 months. Now, I happen to know, since I did this yesterday, I have nothing in inventory that's been there over 12 months that are duplicates. Like I said, I do have some single items, but I've got no duplicates over 12 months. Now again, it would be the same thing you did here. You can click that, you can go to data, go to sort, and you can sort by 12 months, which is column D, and click OK. Of course it doesn't change because I've got no numbers in there. But it would be the same deal as what you just did for these two. You see the quantity, you see the dollar amount they're charging. If you don't know how to work the auto sum, you can just calculate these up manually. But the easy way is auto sum gives you a total. So for 6 months I'm paying $44. Now the question that you have from there is, what do you do with this inventory? Depending on what it is, if you think it will sell, if it's worth $44, you leave it there. If this happens to come up to several $100s because you've got that much stuff, you might want to consider bringing some stuff back. Again, it only costs 50 cents, so if I got 5, 8, 5 is 13, 16, 19, 20, so call it 30 items at 50 cents a piece. What is that, $15 it would cost me? No. Yeah, 30 items at 50 cents a piece would cost me about 15 bucks to bring them all back. So do I pay 15 bucks to bring them back? Do I pay 44 to leave them? I mean, to me, this is a no-brainer because $44 in the overall scope of things is not a big deal. Again, some of you may get hit with several $100s because you have that much there. So then you start figuring, again, you know, you want to do the auto sum. It gives you the fields. You click that, you got 37 items. So those number of items times 50 cents if you were to bring everything back. But now keep in mind, they did implement last year, if you bring everything back, you can't send it in for 2 or 3 months. So you're going to be sitting on it, you know, trying to sell it on eBay, trying to sell it somewhere else, or not trying to sell it if Amazon's all you're doing. So you need to kind of determine what you want to do, and that is totally up to you. I can't tell you what to do. But again, you know, if you think the stuff is going to sell, you might want to consider leaving it to sell. If it's, you know, high dollar items, you know, if I got 55 items, I'm paying basically $5, so I'm paying $1 an item. So if this caddy is selling for $100, I think I can afford $1 for a 6-month storage. If it's a $9 item, I'm paying, you know, $4 for fees. I paid $4 for the item. I'm only making $2 or $1 or $2. You don't want to spend $1 on long-term storage fees. Of course, you don't really want to have items in there that you're only making $1 or $2, but that's a whole other animal too. Anyway, I think that might tell you what you need to know. Again, it's very easy to find what you need. To tell you how much you got, and again, if you want to ask questions, if you want to think out loud on the page, feel free to do it. You know, ask questions. Somebody will answer you, tell you what they think, tell you their comments. But this is basically how you go about finding what you have in your inventory, so you know what you're going to be charged with, and you can make a intelligent decision as to what you want. Now you see I didn't save any of that because again it's all saved right here, so there's really no reason to keep it. Again, unless you have lists and pages of items that you wanted to print it up and go through it one by one. But again, it's here in your report section under inventory health. And I think that might cover it. If you have any questions, let me know. You usually want to do this, maybe a week or two before. I want to say they give you right up to the day to where you can request to remove the stuff. Um, but you want to go ahead and figure out what you got there so you know what you're doing and have an idea of a game plan. Again, if you have any questions, just give me a yell. Talk to y'all later.